Christy from Getting Into Prepping. Today I want to talk about the importance of tools. The question is, how important is tools in your survival kit? Do you need to have tools, and how many tools do you need and stuff like that? Because at the end of the day, you need tools. But before we look at tools, I also want to add something right from the start, is that it doesn't mean because I've got a toolbox that I know how to service a vehicle. Unless I've trained and educated myself and made sure that I have some experience on servicing a vehicle, having a toolkit does not make me a mechanic. Having a surgical kit doesn't make you a doctor or a heart surgeon or anything like that. So right from the start, I want to emphasize that yes, tools is important. I've got quite a few tools in my kit, in my different bags, but it is absolutely useless to have that tool and not know how to use it. So I want to encourage you to make sure that once you've got the specific tool, whatever it might be, one of my favorite tools that I would like, or that I like to use, is a ferro rod. Now I can tell you, at one stage I had 3 ferro rods, but I was not able to make a fire with one of those ferro rods simply because I did not know how to use them. After training myself and getting some information and getting down to the nitty-gritty on how to do it, that ferro rod actually became something that I can use and that has got meaning for me. And it's exactly the same with any other piece of equipment that you've got. If you've got a water filter, but you do not know the first thing of how to use that water filter, that water filter means nothing. It's the same with anything. If you've got the tool but you don't know how to use it, that tool is absolutely useless. It's a piece of equipment that you're going to carry with you, and probably going to weigh you down, and at the end of the day it has got no benefit for you. So what I would like to encourage you to do is to make sure that whatever equipment you've got, whatever equipment you purchase, whatever equipment you acquire, make sure that you've got it. It's a priority, and it's probably something good, because otherwise I believe that you would not try to get it just for the sake of getting it. Although it might be that as well. But once you've got that piece of equipment, test it, train on it, make sure you know how to use it, because unless you know how to use it, it is absolutely worthless. Like I said, if you do not know how to make a fire with a ferro rod, if you've not done that before, if you think disaster X strikes, you rip out your ferro rod, you're going to make a fire now, Poppy, I've got a big surprise for you. It's not that easy. So unless you know how to do it, unless you've done it before, unless you've practiced, it's going to be a very difficult thing to do. You might be lucky and get it right, but I am quite sure that with 99% of the stuff that you've got, if you do not practice with it in advance, if you do not know how to have to apply medical assistance, to have first aid, to carry a level whatever kit, doesn't mean nothing if you can't use it. So if you've got the equipment, make sure that you know how to use it. Train with it, test it out, make sure that it's good equipment, make sure that you know how to use it, and apply it in an emergency situation. Because just remember one thing, that if you've got to learn in an emergency situation how to do stuff, you're already under stress because of the emergency situation. If you add that failure of having knowledge or ability to that emergency situation, you're just exacerbating the whole thing, and you're going to end up with a lot of stress and still might not be able to do what you need to do. Go out there, build a fire, purify water, drink that water just to get the taste of it, because don't let it be a shock to you when you first drink purified water that you've cleaned with chemicals. Learn how to make food, prepare your food outside, because if you don't know how to do it now, to learn that skill in an emergency, it's going to be more than a challenge. So yeah, all I want to say is get the right equipment, get the equipment that you need, make sure that you need that equipment. Don't spend money on something you don't need, and once you've got that piece of equipment, make sure that you know how to use it and that you have got some experience on using it, because at the end of the day, that might be the piece of equipment that you need to save your life. So yeah, thank you for sticking with me. Rethink your strategy on equipment, train with your equipment, make sure you know how to use it, keep on prepping, and see you in the next one.